I know you're working on a story on another one of those young defensive linemen, Okoronkwo. Talk to him one-on-one. Take us through that and kind of what you found with him.
Yeah, and some of it is about Schwartz, right? Just the freedom. All the D linemen are saying he takes the seatbelt off, right? So they just have freedom to attack, and he loves that. And he's got a lot of energy, and we talk about that. And the guy, the coaches and the players talk about the energy he brings. And he's kind of got a different style. He's not the biggest DN in the world. Davin Tomlinson, the D tackle, called him, really smooth, just the way he comes around the corner. But what I found interesting. Is when the Browns signed him, right? He was one of their first picks. He was a priority free agent in March. And I assumed or presumed that he would be the starter opposite Myles Garrett. It was a big enough contract. Well, then they go and trade for Zadarius Smith, which kind of comes out of nowhere, or feels like it comes out of nowhere. And to me, if I'm Okoronkwo, my reaction is kind of like, hey, this guy's taking some of my reps away, right? I thought I earned a starting role, and now I'm back to being a third end. And, I believed him when he said that that's not how he's thinking. He thinks there's going to be plenty of snaps to go around, that Schwartz likes to rotate guys, so he doesn't think he's going to sacrifice anything. He feels like this is still the best situation for him as he tries to build on what he did in Houston over those last 8 games last season, when I think he had 5 sacks, and really was his first time as a starter in the league. So he's not down about it. He thinks he can have a big role. And when the Browns go nickel, they plan to go Obo and Garrett on the ends, and probably Tomlinson and Smith inside. So I think he's going to get plenty of chances, and that's got him still really confident and comfortable being here. I'm sure the money helps too, right? And Zadarius Smith is only on a 1-year contract. But I bought what he was saying when he didn't, he wasn't shocked by the trade, or not shocked, but he didn't get discouraged by the trade at all. And I think some guys would have when they expected a big bump in role in playing time.
Yeah, and the other thing, Schwartz has talked about playing 5 defensive linemen, 5 down linemen. So that, they're, Obo and Garrett on the ends, and go get them. Meet at the quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think we'll see a lot of that on third down. I don't know if we'll see that early in downs. But, still, Dave, you know how it works in this league, right?
Yep.
It means something to be a starter, right? Every time I read a story, how many games did the guy play and how many starts did he have? So if you're Obo and you had some selfishness in you and you were thinking, okay, I'm going to be the guy and I'm going to start 17 games, and all of a sudden you sign Smith, who's been to the Pro Bowl a bunch of times, comes in, now he's going to be the guy. I think it's natural to have some frustration or selfishness there, and at least from what he's telling me, that's not an issue. And I think that bodes well for him, and it bodes well for this defense.